Hey.
Yes.
Just great.
How's this?
Got it.
Hey. Yay!
All right. Hey.
Hey!
Yes! Right.
Sure.
I don't believe this. Ah!
Okay!
Great. Good. Nice work. Ah!
But this is...
Wow.
Hmm.
This is... Yes!
Oh.
Amazing! Nice work. Very nice.
Thanks.
Yes!
We've reached our destination.
Hey,
Yes. Oh.
Yay! What? Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah! We avoided getting roasted in that ring. But what we could really... use is something to cap this off.
sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Yeah!
Hey,
Uh-huh.
Yeah!
just great.
I guess... Thanks.
Huh?
Well... hmm? All right.
Huh? Uh-huh.
All right.
I guess.
Whew.
Got it.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I think Hoodle senses something.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Not much longer to go.
Come on.
Let's do this together, Alphen. Well, looky here.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Rain down and trace.
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter? Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
Think we can take that thing?
No way. Forget.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty.
Go for the weak point. I never miss.
Now you see what I can do.
Far enough. Lightning hit. Leave the enemy's arc. You got this one covered. Gemini Alpha. Raging shot never miss. Whoa! One at a time.
In a bind?
Here's the eagle. Take that.
Wide open!
It won't escape me.
I'm not done! Dragon Form! Flame and fire! Yours is to be let free!
Standing form.
Escape! It's over!
Dragon Form. Damn it. Sweet now.
Eagle Ray!
No further.
All disasters may one. Come forth to witness the purity. Mega Ray. Struck.
Carve through armor!
One more time.
Here I come! I'm not done! Move! Escape! You're mine! I'm not done!
On your knees.
Strike!
Field.
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Clock!
Lightning can dance to the center. This one's mine. I can do it all day. This one's mine.
Escape!
No further.
Front!
Take this.
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
That move.
Unadulterated fury.
Here comes the big one! You're mine! Try harder!
Can't get out of this.
Here's
Now
the
you
healing
see what
arc.
I can do!
Raging cascade. First aid. Fresh.
Here I come! Move! Escape! Eternal devastation!
Sleep out.
Take this! Sword Lane Alpha!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah. You too.
Can you take it?
I'm going to use all the power of my
You're mine! Move! Escape!
Mind if I do?
This is bad, right?
No
Yes,
further.
Alvin. Very bad.
I
I
don't
can't
think
hold on
so.
much longer.
Armor won't save you!
Chain between heaven and
Burn in
earth.
hell!
A wailing banshee of
Resonate with
lightning.
the earth.
I'm not done!
Fierce without a trace. I'll be fading this way. Chain between heaven and earth.
I'm not done!
A wailing banshee of lightning.
Pile driver! Eternal devastation! Sword Lane Alpha! I'm not done!
I can carve through armor.
It's over! Heal!
Take
it! Run!
No further.
Eternal devastation! Sword Lane Alpha!
It's about to
Sword Lane
strike.
Alpha! Look sharp, everyone!
Denied!
Explosion. Raging cascade.
Devastation!
Anything in armor is
This one's all mine! Strike! You picked the wrong fight!
I'll be
This
raging
one!
together.
Try harder!
Raging.
Bloody howling! Escape!
One at a time.
I'm not
Here
done!
goes. Don't mind if I do.
Can't get out of this.
Searing tempest and next raging.
I
Don't get
couldn't
in my
make it
way.
in time.
Guardian.
This should do it!
Black and blade.
I'm gonna need more of that
In
medicine.
here. I'm going to use all the power of my healing to accomplish this. Where are you going?
Dragon Form!
I'll heal you all.
nothing gets by me!
Healing circle. Here I go.
In a bind.
Take that. Raging cascade.
I can carve through armor.
Get out of there with the
Soaring Form! This one's all mine! Ignite!
Maelstrom. Healing
light.
You're mine! No escape!
I'll smash you!
Here I go! Eternal devastation! Eternal devastation!
Can't be happening.
You'll pay for that! Dragon Swarm!
Suffer in silence.
You're mine!
Don't suffer in silence.
Anything in armor is all mine.
Take this!
I'm ready. Ready to go.
Burn!
Begin!
You're mine! Ah! Sword Rain Alpha! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Out of the woods.
Wind Astral Energy! Raging Cascade! Annihilate! Sleep now!
Try harder!
Far enough.
I'll be safe!
This should do it! You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
I owe you, Sion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction. A new lease on life. Confiscating.
Armor won't save you.
Take this!
No further!
Arcade
The
Healing Circle.
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I don't know what I
Perhaps now isn't the time.
I really think
Chain between heaven and earth. A wailing gusty of lightning.
Save you.
Don't let it.
Not done yet!
Can't be
Not
happening.
beyond fury.
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Denied.
Photon lightning.
Is this it?
Thunder.
This should do it!
Heal!
All disasters
Devastation.
pay one. Come forth and heal.
Death to
They're
the
not
wind.
playing around.
On your knees.
Maelstrom. Stars of light. Rain down. Purify.
Can't end here!
Light. Raging Cascade.
Armor won't save you.
I'm not done! Stay away from my friend!
Lunar blast. Watch and wait.
Take this!
Benediction.
Is this it?
That'll bring you down.
This should do it!
Far beyond rocket skies. I call it
Denied.
You're mine! Lewis!
burning strike. Shooting stars.
Glacial Sphere. Pierce
Is this it?
Do it.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Danins and Renins, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me, and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
Hoo-hoo! Hoo! Hoo-hoo-hoo!
I sense a strange power from this.
Hey, new equipment!
Hey,
Hey!
I guess... No way. Damn. Whew.
All right. This is...
Thanks.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
You okay, Law? You seem kind of quiet.
I'm fine. Just feels a little weird returning home now that my dad's not here, I guess. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out too.
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your dad's grave while you're here. Right, Law?
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave. The Rena would only destroy it the moment they found it.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass burial sites. Either that or thrown on top of a bonfire. We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning them to the motherland.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when my mom died, too.
But that was back then, right? Calaglia is liberated now. There's nothing to stop you from raising a true grave anymore.
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take root. It's a tradition of its own now.
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Cheap and simple, he'd say. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up meeting on the other side.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, imagine. The two of them reunited. Back home where they belong. They're probably watching over us right now. At one with great Dana. There's something almost poetic about it.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop him from coming to box my ears. Still, better than being left alone, I guess. Better than never knowing. You hear that, Dad? I'll make you proud. You'll see.
Good. This came out.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend... so much?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the Crown Contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia. Though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
A lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
We've reached our destination.
I wonder if something happened.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back. Whew!
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point. I'll give it a shot.
Uh-oh. If it's Alphen's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to make something new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alphen? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!